guys. You can have fun. Well, I'm gonna watch it on my tablet. So here we go. Seems tricky. I can just do it like this. Yeah. Nice. Let's see the second half. Yo, take this. What is here, Megan? Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Hazard needs to score a goal, please. Oh, come on. Hazard scoring his goal. Go from Hazard. Go from Hazard. And that was a corner. Oh my god, Hazard scores that. Hey, good beginning. Seems different. The major one not letting here because my phone. I need to let it. I don't have enough storage. I'm trying to put the video right now. Ooh, I saw that. No. Trail, come on. Bring it to my kill.
Manager for the start of the second half, so Eibar remain in that 4-4-2 with the
Oh, and I want to see more goals.
Escalante in the open the middle, Orellana and Ilui out wide. He can get Sergi Hendrik, the two center forwards.
Two fullbacks have struggled, right? Both giving up a penalty.
I just slipped.
Both sides, and the better over those two fullbacks. Benzema just doing his thing.
Madrid back full of Carvajal, Varane, Ramos, and Mendy in front of Thibaut Courtois. Casemiro, Modric, and Valverde, the midfield triangle. Vasquez, Hazard, and Benzema in attack. Mentioned the fullbacks, Thomas. With Eibar's high press, it's not all that uncommon to see their fullbacks touching the opposition's area, but it's the touches in their own area that have cost them today, as both conceded penalties. Bote and De Blasis. Long switch of play from Alvia. Not long enough, intercepted by Casemiro.
Is this where you give Isco some minutes if you're Zidane to round him a little bit back in form? Vinicius is an option. Do you show some love towards him? Or do you say, you know what, let's go with the hot hand? Give Rodrigo the 20 minutes to keep his level high.
I'll say this changes Rodrigo for Lucas Vasquez. Midfield for I don't know. Midfield for midfield and I forgot. And we lost. Nice. We'll get him out of here. You have to win. Come on, you have to win. If I don't have enough storage, I'll have to end up the video, but seems cool. Still on my tablet, like, hi. Come on, Hazard. Good, Hazard. Good. Bam. No mistakes.
Everything is relatively easily for Real Madrid.
Oh, it's alright. He gets it back. There. They're easy, simple.
So starts with the feet of Courtois.
If you look at Eibar right now, Charles, who's played in 9 matches, Trey scored 2 goals. He's an option off the bench.
In control from Patio.
Well, then don't let them score, you know.
Encouragement coming down from the stands at Ipuru as a little Eibar forward.
Almost out. I'm dreaming.
Escalante to survey his options.
Nothing.
And force it through. Rafael Varane was on alert.
They're compact the lines there. Just Benzema there. That's out of a 4-5-1. Chico Verde there, Modric.
Casemiro's effectively joined the back line.
Correct.
Casemiro made that last interception alongside Varane.
And there you can see Casemiro.
Come on. No, Modric. Kid, wow, what are you doing?
With a bit of space in the middle. De Blasis closed down by Mendy.
Oh.
Loses his inertia against him. It's De Blasis.
Oh my god, he scores that. Nothing.
And this is something, as an assistant coach, you'll talk to Mendy about. Never turn your back, Dre, if he actually sprints, he can make this a 50-50. He turns right now, you're totally out of the game. That's just a big no-no. And you're 1v1 defending. Always face the ball. Always keep your body shuffling. Do not turn your back out of
I've shot 8
being
times.
afraid
Dang.
that a cross might hit you.
Eibar outshot Madrid 8-5, but most of the shots like that one you saw from De Blasis. He did have some options in the area. Orellana showed too much of the ball to Ramos, but the whistle had gone earlier. The flag was up for offside against Sergio Dick.
At the end of the day,
I'm
big
dreaming.
chances created to me is really a key stat that we don't see a lot. You can
Oh, what
see
the fuck, bro?
Eibar playing eventually through lines. So big chances created for Madrid is 4-1 for Eibar. 0 shots on target, obviously. And you're right.
That's a
Madrid with
handball.
4, scoring 3. That's a pretty good percentage.
Handball whistle here against Kike.
And this is a great example of meaningful possession for
Come on, Hazard.
Real
Come on.
Madrid.
We only had conceded 1 foul this whole time.
Yes, last foot by
51
Orellana
minutes and
as
only
Modric
1
turns
foul.
to throw.
That's amazing.
Great
That's
final free throw. I mean,
unbelievable. Only 1
maybe
foul
that
the whole
mode of the
time.
offsiders may have been to
Nah.
really struggle by the minute here so
Nothing.
far. On such a play, because Vasquez puts the ball to sleep.
He's
Flung
moving.
in for Benzema, chested down confidently by the Frenchman.
No, what are you doing, Benzema? Where are you giving it to?
Open. Despite the high press, Eibar winning the ball so deep in their own half. And miles to
No, we
traverse
gotta pressure them.
in transition. This is Orellana. Diop.
Man, I feel bad for Hazard. He deserves the goal.
Leading the press. Ramos only touching wide, and Ramos is giving up a
The
corner.
corner.
This will be the second corner kick of the match for Eibar in the first of the second half. Fabian Orellana has been the danger man for them all season long, but he'll be the man providing the service here. Cope. Orellana clipped into the 6.
Mm-hmm.
He can't get a touch onto it, but no one able to get a touch of the back post. Last touch by Madrid. Arbilla.
What a dream.
The glasses. The legs of Fede Valverde.
Hey, foul.
No foul initially, and in fact no foul on the follow-up either. It's given as a corner for Eibar. And Casemiro is in some discomfort.
Wow.
It was one of my favorites. And this is interesting because a lot of times there's no foul there. And you know what, Casemiro, you go down a little bit easy as well. That is a corner. One of my favorite sayings used to be, if we can match the opponent's intensity and work rate, quality will always win out. And that's what Barca has done in the last few games against Eibar. Match their work rate, their intensity, and on quality. And talking about quality here, will take over.
Right now the concern is for Casemiro, who does look to be in a bit of pain. You saw him grimacing. What was it, the ankle or the knee?
Yeah, they're doing amazing.
Slippery surface. Speaking of slippery, Eden Hazard putting on the show.
Correct. Pulling out all the tricks.
I feel bad for him. He's so good.
Well, the magic spray is a good sign.
Used to be a magic sponge, then became a magic spray. What's next today? Maybe just a mobile phone.
Not clear from the replays that it twisted too badly or that there was any contact, but it was clear that Casemiro was in pain.
Yeah.
Remains in pain.
That's a tweak. And a tweak means, as Madrid, that I hate to say it in the old days, walk it off a little bit, which Casemiro will. Key right now for Zidane is go on the wrist, one of the most important players.
Flung in near post.
One Hazard.
Defended by Benzema. Hazard, maybe the first time he's put a foot wrong all game, and he's giving it away. Here's Diop. Cross back post. Henry couldn't knock it down. Abuse for a handball against Sergio Carvajal. Play allowed to continue, but Gonzalez will have a second look in the VAR room back in La Puerta.
Eibar clearly on the front foot here, Ray. Well done. Finally getting some crosses in. Being dangerous. That looks for just.
Yeah, it's on the peck.
Absolutely. On the peck. You're right. I wish I had one, but
Madridista.
rolls towards his arm, makes contact there.
Well, the officiating crew and the VAR room satisfied that they got the call right. Madrid play on. Arbilla. Oriana.
Casemiro back in. Yellow shoes. There he is.
Defense there from Real
But what are you doing, Ramos?
It's played forward.
What are you doing?
Two targets to aim for. Mendy stands his ground. Corner kick for Eibar.
And let the start that Zidane wanted, but the key is really through the first 15 minutes now on the road. Protect that 3-0. Try to go to 4, but don't concede early. That's the key. Away from home and allow a team that's clearly inferior back in the game.
Here, Carlos Inui swings and misses. Cote back into the mixer. Recovered by Takashi Inui. Arbilla. And it's a back from Diop. Flung into the area. It's a clever ball. Escalante on his left. Captain swings and misses. Usually went back by Inui, but Eibar with some defending to do now as Madrid are on the break. It's Eden Hazard against Arbilla.
Nice ball.
Mitrovic has to come off his line. He comes out late. He gets there in the end. Then Benzema.
That was a good ball from
One way to
Hazard.
relieve pressure. Find Hazard. Benzema, and you're almost in 2 passes. Especially, instead is most goals are scored with 3 or less passes. Dre, because teams make mistakes and other teams pounce on that.
Approaching the hour mark and he put it once. Eibar 0, Madrid 3. All the damage under the opening half for now. Oriana growing into the game, though, and getting more touches in more dangerous areas. Intercepted by Casemiro. Hazard. Arbilla to the belt of the Blasis. Blasted away by Dimitrovic. It seemed a permanent fixture in the Spanish top flight now, but we were only promoted for the first time ever in 2014. In the Garcia Gaditano, they won consecutive promotions from the Segunda B to meet their La Liga debut in 2014. But they almost weren't allowed to be promoted. Operating budget was too small. It was less than the 2.1 million euros required. Square ball. Modric tried to lay it off, gave it away to Escalante. And so, people were told that just to raise the fund, they were not going to be able to win promotion. They didn't have any debt. They were financially sound, just poor. And Zima. And so they opened a worldwide campaign to sell shares of the club. I bought a couple.
There you go, Dre.
Made up the money. They were promoted. First season in La Liga, they finished 3rd bottom. Should have been relegated. Saved by Elche, who were relegated by administration. When Deliva takes over, they've been comfortably in La Liga since.
Great stories. Good history.
Take another look at the, well, it was just a scare in the end for Dimitrovic, who seemed to doubt what he was come out. Here's Inui. They find Oriana. High bounce for Diop, but Valverde nearly takes it away. Shot from a long way out, and it's some distance off. Action on the substitutes bench for the home side. Among those warming up is the ex-Madridista Pedro León. So Charles, who Each start led to 1 win over Leganes. Started and scored. It's touched away by, or from Enrique, by Casemiro. Azar. Ramos. Power play to Eibar. Real Madrid's defensive solidity holding strong. At the start of this half, it was 488 minutes since the last goal that they had conceded. That was really a defeat to Mallorca. Casemiro. Good passing to the pressure of Eibar. Mendy has Benzema in support. There's Karim. Overlap from Ferland Mendy. Maybe overcooked, but it does fall for Modric. Valverde begging for it. Modric finally spots it here. Valverde! Tucked away neatly by the Uruguayan. It's 4 for Real Madrid.
Again, what a great display of pace.
What a goal. Let's go. Nice, Valverde. Let's go. Alright, 4-0, guys.
The technical and tactical application, finding the late runner, and then very Kroos-like the way he finishes that inside the foot placement over power, and that's 4-0. What a brilliant start to the second half.
4-0, guys.
Let's head for 15 minutes, get back into this game, look for the fourth goal, which they've done. Modric involved. Mendy again with just a great timed run. And that's what I like Mendy better than Marcelo. Marcelo is about frequency.
There we go.
Mendy is more about popping up at the right time. Totally unmarked. Through traffic. Smart decision, goalkeeper. What a good execution there by Uruguay.
Valverde made Toni Kroos some money. That was a trademark Kroos goal, as you pointed out. And for Fede Valverde, it's his first career goal in La Liga. And that's now made it Eibar 0, Real Madrid 4. Obviously, heaps of praise for Rodrigo, who's been a revelation for Real Madrid. And Toni Kroos has had a terrific start to the season, but in many ways, Fede Valverde has been the key man for Zidane this season. And again, they've yet to lose a game in which he's featured. Handball against the man of the hour, Fede Valverde. The Eibar are lining up their first substitution. Pedro Leon getting ready to check in. De Blasi swings it in. The announced attendance, 7,400 at Eibar. Stadium that sits just over 8,000. It is by far the smallest stadium in the Spanish top flight. In fact, 4,500 seats less than the next smallest one, which is Leganes' Butarque.
Very good information here. I love it. No, seriously.
It just means the fans are real close to the action, and a few more watching from the balconies and the buildings around. Here's Mendy.
Oof.
Slithering past Escalante. Because Vasquez spotted the run of Benzema, leaves it for Carvajal. Closed down by Cote. Casemiro. Madrid just dangling the ball in a string in front of Eibar. Eibar not seeing much of it. Now they're back by Sergio Ramos. Hazard. Ramos. Somehow that works out for the Madrid captain. Back toward Benzema. Going for goal, trying to get it to Ben, and it doesn't dip.
That was a close one.
Goal kick for Dimitrovic.
Mendy with that long ball finding Modric. Look at Valverde here. Look at Valverde holding that space, not killing his own space as well. Staying away from the play, so to speak. Ghosting in late. Modric making that eye contact. And then you know what? The debut goal for Valverde, and so fitting as well, because you said it, Dre.
4-0.
Gives you so much on defense.
Unbelievable.
Nice to see that he can also do something positive going forward. Because Toni Kroos this year had on his scoring boots as well. At one point in time, it was Benzema with the most goals and Toni Kroos second. Rodrigo's not past him, but well done, Valverde.
Here comes Cote. Pedro Leon checking in as the first sub of the match. Inouye near post. Gathered up by Courtois.
Pride. Helping Courtois continue to make progress means clean sheet. Clean sheet means bypassing Keylor Navas, I think, on the amount of minutes of keeping a clean sheet, which we all talked about, that whole dilemma.
It means happy manager on the Real Madrid side.
Yes.
So on the Eibar bench, as Oriano, again, has been their most influential player this season, is subbed out 5 minutes past the hour, replaced by the ex-Real Madrid man, Pedro Leon. Here is De Blasis. Squeezed the cross in off the head of Sergi Enrique, gathered up by Carvajal.
Yeah, and they had some success in the first half as well by floating balls in and attacking first and far post. Essentially, Madrid has been great. Hasn't allowed penetration, but now...
Driven in by Cote, and what are they spotting here? It's a foul outside of the box. I believe after the cross in from Cote, he was fouled by Lucas Vazquez, and so a free kick for Eibar. We'll take a second look at the handball against Lucas Vazquez.
This is where Madrid needs to stay disciplined, organized. Valverde, stay with runners, feel your opponent.
Flung in again to the near post. Diop got a touch, but not goal bounce.
No, nothing.
Blasted over by Takashi Inouye.
And maybe a nice note, since losing to Mallorca on the 19th minute, that ball swung in again. Well done, Ramos, and taking the first one and putting pressure on the second ball. 1-0 loss. 1-0 win against Galatasaray. 5-0 against Leganés. 0s against Betis. 6-0 Galatasaray. And now 4-0 against Eibar. Good run of results right now for Real Madrid. 16 goals for, 0 against Greg Cordero. And if Fede starts adding goals to his toolbox, God help us all.
He's got his first today. Really had a breakout campaign on loan at Deportivo La Coruña.
Yeah.
Convinced Real Madrid to bring him back. This season he has been instrumental. Cote in traffic. Oh, did just roll past the line. It'll be a throw for Real Madrid.
Goal again. Impressive team play. Again, Mendy is involved. Modric is involved as well. The build-up is...
Sergio Ramos was carrying the ball forward on the left wing.
Yep.
Former right back in his Sevilla days and early on at Real Madrid.
And they haven't lost their organization. I call that re-or-rest organization, Dre. Ramos comes back, Casemiro stays. You mentioned already, Casemiro dropped a little bit in that back.
They didn't even do anything.
Because Eibar is pushing 4 guys high, so you still play 5 versus 4. You know, you don't play 1v1 across the back. Your wide players drop into midfield, so it becomes a 5-4-1. And keep Benz high as an outlet for the counter.
So Diop is fouled here by Lucas Vazquez, another free kick for Eibar. And Zidane will make his first substitution.
Hi, Vinicius coming in.
Ready to check in.
No, sub of Vazquez, please, not Hazard. Vazquez.
Trying to regain a little confidence for Vinicius, who's seen Rodrigo now bypass him. Vazquez starting, but keep him in the fold. Young player.
Catapulted into the box over the head of Escalante. Goal kick Courtois. In many ways, the biggest criticism of Vinicius really has less to do with Vinicius and more to do with Rodrigo.
Sub of Vazquez.
Vinicius perhaps takes a few knocks. There has been some talk of the lack of goal scoring from the man who really was a spark plug for Real Madrid last season when they desperately needed it.
I think that Zidane is looking back at that and says, you know what, coaches didn't make the right decision, pushed him too early, too long as well. Let me give both players an opportunity, keep them both honest, make sure they get a lot to learn still, which they do. That's the way to manage young players, and both will get their time, which is important.
Lucas.
And that means for Diaz,
Raheem, who's back in the squad today.
Correct, but still doesn't bode well. Bale and Hamas come back from injury. All of a sudden, you got a luxury up front as well in terms of who to pick.
Right now, it feels as though both Bale and Hamas are on January market watch. Now, it's got maybe a double substitution here from Zizou with 20 minutes remaining. Isco getting ready to check in as well.
Give myself a pat in the back. Pick Vinicius over Rodrigo. Pick Isco as well. Give him some confidence, playing time. Make your team deeper in terms of quality.
Carvajal, Lucas.
And for Isco, these are make or break games for his future as well.
Maybe watching the final few touches of Lucas Vázquez in this match. He's given away a couple of fouls and lost possession a couple of times over the last handful of minutes. And so this will allow for the substitution to be made. Vinicius will check in to replace Fede Valverde, fresh off of his first career La Liga goal.
Ouais, peu le monde.
And he scored right here. He scored and switched into Valverde's position. In fact, it will be scoring for Valverde and part of that central midfield trio. And in fact, Lucas Vázquez appears to be keeping his spot. Because he will be the man to exit the match.
Come on, sorry.
Just in 20 minutes remaining. One change still available for Zizou. Two changes for Madrid. There is Vinicius with his first touches. Isco with his as well. And Isco commits the foul as he brings down Arbia. Not taking too kindly to the challenge from the newcomer. News of the game, by the way, that run of consecutive clean sheets, 4 in a row, over 500 minutes now since they gave up the last goal. It's the longest stretch since back when Rafa Benitez was in charge. Madrid went 5 consecutive clean sheets. Casemiro anticipated well, got in front of Sergi Enrique. Ramos put a little too much under it. Eibar will have a throw. At this point, Eibar playing for pride. They'd had a good spell of form. They won back-to-back games coming into this one, but they were down early. And in many ways, through their own mistakes, a couple of penalties given away in the first 30 minutes. Now the ball given away. Arbia. Options to either side. He leans on Cote. Flung into the area, looking for the head of Kike. It's Sergio Ramos with the touch. Oh, stay with Eibar. Slamming into the advertising board. It seems to be okay. It's not just the fans that are close to the action anymore. Slows down quickly by Vinicius. That forces him all the way back. Off the head of Casemiro. So Vinicius putting the pressure once more on the Blasi. Oh, how is that from Casemiro? Loose ball in the middle. Here's Vinicius looking against the Blasis. Isco with his back to goal. Mendy. Isco. Mendy. Prolonged spell of possession for Real Madrid. They were chasing, but it's like running on a conveyor belt. Carvajal keeps it alive. Modric trying to bring it under control. It was Inui who took it away. Possession very short-lived for Eibar. Lovely delivery now from Carvajal. Lucas Vasquez. For Real Madrid, they'll take on what has been one of the most exciting teams in La Liga this season. Real Sociedad will visit the Santiago Bernabeu after the international break. Well, Eibar will stay at home for a Basque derby against Alaves. 3 of the next 4 games for Eibar will be Basque derbies, and immediately after the visit from Alaves, they'll be away to La Real.
Big game for Barca as well coming up shortly.
Brilliant from Vinicius as he gets past the Blasis. Vinicius against
what are you doing?
allows it to get away. Ole. Well, the skill is certainly there. Desire as well. It's a finishing touch that's been missing for Vinicius. Lucas, back post, looking for the Brazilian. Now they back across the mouth of goal. It's Escalante in control. Inui. Wrong switch and an accurate switch to find Pedro Leon.
Oh, here we go. Dre, 518 minutes it has been without conceding. For Juan passing Taylor Navas. Longest ever spell.
Well, Eibar will make their second switch. It's going to be the Brazilian Carlos to check in.
I also think that his tummy problems are over, Coach Juan.
Meanwhile, this will be an important moment for Brahim Diaz, who's just made his return to the active squad and getting some instructions. It looks as though he'll be the third and final sub. Zidane.
Yeah, Ben. Well. And
13 plus if they add. 13 is for now until 90 minutes, but if they add, I don't know. But like 13 to 15 minutes.
Modric tried to release him.
Cruise the rest of 90 minutes, which is important.
Especially out of the international window.
Marcelo, yes.
Inui. Flying it in. That went by Varane.
And you got 3 guys that are somewhat in the bubble right now. An opportunity to showcase their talents before the international break.
Vinicius on his bike, and he'll get there ahead of the Blasis. Will he wait for help to arrive? Benzema on a hat-trick. Loose. It's Lucas Vasquez sliding in. Well, it's Pedro Pigas, and he had to deny Vasquez.
And real quick, the difference between Vini, Hazard, and Rodrigo is that the 2 latter ones would have gone at this defender right now. Instead, he's looking for a give and go, and then closes his own space in Benzema. Rodrigo's tactically and a more clinical finisher than Vini. Vini's speed will still win games, create problems for opposing teams.
Interesting to see Lucas Vasquez with some encouragement there for Vinicius. I think they wanted to see him have a go. And there was a little trigger shot.
Very good point, Dre. I always encourage my wide players.
Outswinger toward the spot, not out of the way by Arabia.
Open up, face your opponent, and go, baby.
He's goal. Once again, Vinny. Mendy.
You sit down, you're happy. Mendy, great performance. Valverde, even better performance. Solid defensively. Going on to, again, we talked about it, 5th clean sheet, 16 goals for.
And obviously the clean sheet registered for Courtois, but he has not had a save to make.
Oh, we only scored 5.
Lucas kind of fighting the challenge and losing his balance with the possession, and it's Lucas who's whistled for the foul.
I mean that sincerely. With Valverde in midfield, it gives Casemiro that second guy to make a block of 6. And you're absolutely right, because you are contingent upon what happens in front of you. Back four,
for Brahim, I think it's going to be Vasquez.
Those two guys, I call it in the empty bucket that sit in front of that back 4. With possession, Valverde will go and Casemiro will stay, but solid performance.
So Kike Garcia will make way. He'll be replaced by Chatlis. And Eibar will burn both of his substitutions, and Zidane will use his last one as Brahim Diaz will step in to replace Lucas.
Yeah, so in essence, he's
Brahim.
taking guys that didn't start, give them a little rest. Always one of Zidane's favorite guys, as you can see right there, because Vasquez gives you every game something that is required, which is work rate, intensity, and an occasional goal and assist. That's good enough for Zidane.
So Chatlis in, Edu Expósito in for Eibar, and Brahim Diaz in.
Yeah, and in order to
Sergi Enrique to make way.
Yeah. And in order still to be somewhat functional front, you want to keep Benzema on because he's that focal point still.
He also changed there. Doesn't have international duty, so he's not going to play a competitive match.
For a better point, right?
Moment here is Benzema. Skipping past the challenge of Arbia. And to Expósito in his way. Zidane obviously making the case for Benzema to make it back onto the national team.
I'll take him right now over Giroud, believe me. The Champs, you want to win another World Cup? Get bench.
Moran, he will be in action for France when they play their Euro qualifiers against Moldova and Albania over the coming break. Here's Escalante. Edu Expósito. Well, it's really playing for pride now for Eibar. Can they find the consolation goal at Ipurua? Isco. Looking for Brahim Diaz. He's only played 9 minutes all season in La Liga, Brahim. That was a cameo off the bench away to Mallorca, and that's a 1-0 defeat. So the three men off the bench today, Vinicius, Isco, and Brahim. Close to your point about players in need of minutes.
Yeah, and Madrid at top of the table, 25 points. So see that with 23, Dre.
Catapulted in. It's a decent delivery for Chatlis, who was well marked by both Ramos and Varane.
Sociedad obviously played 13 games, Madrid 12, Barca only 11. Coming up next at 22 points and get even with Real Madrid with a W.
It's Pedro León to deliver. Now by Varane, cleared away by Luka Modric. Mentioned it, it's a tight table in La Liga. Coming into this week 13, only 3 points separated Barca, Madrid, and Real in first from Getafe in 7th. 7 minutes remaining equal. The result seems a foregone conclusion. This is Takashi Nui. Leon. In that kind of game for Eibar, could not link up with Chatlis. Now Isco. Leon commits the foul, but advantage given here by Cordero Vega. Unmaterialized, but enough time had gone by that Cordero Vega swallows his whistle. And Leon flung in, first post, and Carvajal arriving to clear it away. Down the line by Vinicius, now Benzema. Isco. Brahim Diaz And the stretch that Eibar defends out wide, working here against Diaz. No foul.
Why are you dressed up like that?
What?
Why are you dressed up like that?
I'm going
Come on.
Ahí hay comida si quieres ofrecerle, mami.
Looking between the lines, Edu Exposito, sent wide now.
Ya le voy a servir.
Once again, crossed into the penalty spot. Ramos, who's there twice. Exposito fires him just wide. It did take a slight deflection off of Casemiro.
Vengan a
So
ayudarme,
it'll be a corner
mami.
for Eibar.
Fatigue is sitting in right now. They're winning their first balls, their battles. Ramos as well. Casemiro just a little slow in his pursuit to block that ball. Turns his body a little bit.
Sixth quarter of the match now for Eibar. Most of that coming in the second half. Bolted in back post, and Escalante could not redirect. Luka Modric will complete the 90 minutes. It's something he's not done much this season. Again, the only two previous starts on. Sent off against Celta back on match day 1, and also played in last week's 0-0 draw against Betis. He'll be in action over the break as Croatia take on Slovakia and Georgia in their Euro qualifiers. That gets away from Charles. Isco. Foul whistled against the Brazilian as he caught Ferland Mendy. That's blocked by Pedro Leon. So back-to-back derbies coming up for Eibar. It won't be easy matches either. Alaves, followed by Real Sociedad. Madrid going against La Real, followed by Alaves. Isco. Touches for Isco since coming off the bench. He's the man pulling the strings in the middle, full of energy. Modric. Vinicius' attempted pass was blocked by De Blasis. Now Inui. De Blasis trying to force his way through, and it was Sergio Ramos who stood his ground. It'll be a throw for Real Madrid.
Come on, one more goal, please. One more. I will be happy with one more goal.
Poor ball from Sergio Ramos into the 18, and it's kind of out in a difficult spot. Actually picked out pass to find Casemiro. Isco dancing with Inui. Not in any rush to get the ball out of their own half, but to Eibar's credit, they are making it a bit more difficult for Real Madrid now. It's just perhaps a bit too late. Who have one shot on target. They've fired off 14 shots, 7 in each half to Eibar. Most of those, really no trouble for Thibaut Courtois. Arbilla will play long. Escalante. Seconds remain of the 90 minutes. And we continue to dominate possession. Nearly 60% for the match. Raheem flipped wide. Vinicius, good first touch. And the goal will do him a world of good. Vinicius squared in for Benzema. Inui. Escalante. Nice control under difficult circumstances. Goes in very quickly. That was last touch by Sergio Ramos. Watch that touch again. So 2 minutes tacked on. We'll play until at least the end of the 92nd. Things stand, Eibar will remain with 15 points. With 13 games, Real Madrid meanwhile up to 25 and provisionally holding on to sole possession of first place, at least until Barcelona plays the Celta later today. Match in which, I believe the reports,
Alright,
someone in this job
see you
down the
guys.
line.